Good morning, it's your girl Obodooyinbo. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time, thank you very much for stopping by. It's Obodo Oyinbo TV, and what we do here is talk about issues that affect Africans who live in the diaspora. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for still being here and watching regularly. Thank you for all those who leave me comments, very nice comments especially. And yeah, so today I want to talk to ladies especially on how to get your man's money. A lot of women complain that, oh, but you men, no, they don't give you money, they don't spend money. Women in relationships complain a lot. So today I have some 5 tricks that I use I want to share with you. You can thank me later if it works for you, but tricks, 5 ways to get your man's money is what I'm sharing with you today. I hope it helps you. I mean, this is what I use regularly and they work for me. So yeah, these are the 5 ways that you can get your man's money. The first thing you need to know as a woman is that you need to open your mouth to ask. A lot of us ladies assume that, oh, my husband should know when I need it. You know, I shouldn't have to ask him. But sadly, most African men do not know. You have to ask. Don't assume. Do not ever assume that, okay, Shebi, he knows. Or I was complaining where he was. I was telling him I'm broke. I was telling him I needed this. You know, some, very few percentage will go out of their way when you are saying that, okay, you are broke or you need this, you need that. They might just go out there and go and get it for you. But I'm telling you, for the most of them, the majority of African men, they are not going to take that hint. They will not. So open your mouth and ask. Open your mouth and ask. Some people don't feel comfortable asking. I know a couple of my friends who are in relationships that they don't even feel comfortable asking their partners or their boyfriends for money. They'll say, but you should know now. Men don't know. Ask. You need to ask. Don't be throwing hints. If you've thrown hint, you say, my car, oh, I need this, or I need that, oh, and it's not taking the hint, you too, that's an indication that the hint is not working. So you have to change tactics. So ask. Open your mouth and ask. You have to ask, because even the Bible says that ask and you shall receive. So make sure you ask for that money if you want to receive it. Second one is knowing when to ask. Know when do you ask. When is very, very important, because I feel like some ladies are insensitive, like you don't know, you don't really understand your husband or your partner. You don't really know when is the appropriate time. For instance, I'll give you a good example. A man has gone out to work all day, he's tired, he's done like maybe 8 to 10 hours shift and he's coming back home. He's not gonna be in the mood. All he wants to do is just relax, rest, put his feet up, maybe watch a bit of TV, eat, relax. You don't want to just go and meet him by the door and start saying, I need 100 pounds, or I need 200 pounds, or I need $100. No. It's not gonna work. He will be upset. So knowing when to ask is is cocoa. You need to study your partner, study your husband or your boyfriend, whoever that you want to ask from. Study them, learn their moods, know when is a good time for you to approach them, when they will be more receptive, to give you. So knowing when to ask is very, very vital. Look for a time when your partner is very relaxed. He's probably had food to eat. He's happy, he's in a good place. Then you can approach them and say, honey, I need this thing. I've been hoping that, I've been throwing hints, hoping that you pick up on it, but you haven't so far. Can you please... I know things are tight, I know we've got bills to pay, but I really, really need this. Can you please, help me with this? Ask. So when to ask is very, very, is cocoa. Know when to ask. And somebody tells me that sometimes when you ask during, when you're having relations, sexual relations, it's not valid. Any promises that a man makes when you are having sexual relations is not valid, because at that time his hormones are everywhere and he's on another cloud, so it's not valid. I don't know how far it's true, but you ladies will tell me, has he made any promises when you are having Jangolova that he fulfilled? Because somebody tells me that sometimes that he might not even remember that he has promised you something during Jangolova because he's in another cloud. So let me know updates on that if that one has worked for you. Yeah, but knowing when to ask is very, very important. Knowing where to ask is another one. This one works for me all the time, because with my husband, I know where to ask him for money. I'm not going to tell you, but there's a particular place where he is. It's his favorite place in this world. He's always very happy and bubbly there. Even the children, I think they've learned it now. You know, my younger children, they tapped into it now, that whenever we're in that place, they will run to you and say, Daddy, can I have my pocket money? Daddy, can I have my pocket money? You know, and they will always get it. There's a place that you ask. There are some places you shouldn't even ask. For instance, if you go out, of course, you go out, you are with friends, or you're in social gathering, it will not be, you know, an appropriate time for you to be asking, pay, come and give me money, or give me this. No. So you need to know where you will ask and you will receive. So people are different, men are different. So the important thing is that you study your husband or your boyfriend or your partner, and you know where you will be, that you will ask and you will receive. So where to ask is very, very important. There are some places you ask, you will get quickly. And there are some places you ask, it might be embarrassing. So know where to ask. The fourth one is know how much to ask. Yeah, you have to be very realistic. You know, we women, we like money. We like money. Somebody says what women want is affection, attention. I say, just give us money. We are okay. So knowing how much to ask is very, very important. You need to understand, you know, if you're with someone that is open with their finances, you know where the money is going to. If you don't have joint finances, maybe you split the bill and all that. I don't know what your situation is, but you need to understand how much to ask. Don't go and ask when he has just finished paying bills. You know, he's just finished paying the mortgage or the rent, and it's at the middle of the month, that last week before his paycheck will come in. You know that time is not going to work. So, and then know what to ask, what is appropriate at a certain time. Don't go and ask for car when you should be asking for, you know, money for petrol. You know when to ask, know what, you know, where he is financially, and if he's going to be able to afford it. There's no point asking for something that he cannot afford. Don't go and tell him, buy me a ticket, I'm going on holiday, I want to go to Nigeria, buy me a ticket, when you know that at the moment he hasn't got it. So it's very, very important that your asking is proportionate. Let me put it that way. Your asking has to be proportionate to what you feel is available, or what you know is available in your hobby's pockets. Because if you ask what is disproportionate, then you will disproportionately be disappointed. So yeah. And the final one, my fifth one, is understand when he says no with reasons. When he says no with good reasons, you need to understand. Yeah. Understand when he says no with reason. It's very, very important, because sometimes somebody, your partner your husband or your boyfriend might have money, but there's no point spending that money when you have not paid. As women, we have to be responsible, because we are partners in progress with our partners and our husbands. So you have to be responsible. Know when he says no. Some women, when their partner says no, they throw tantrums. They will kick and quarrel and keep malice. It's not necessary. You need to understand when he says no with good reasons, because it's not all the time that you ask that you're going to receive. That's just the truth. Even with your children, when they ask you, it's not all the time that you give them. You have to explain to them sometimes that, okay, mommy needs to pay bills, mommy needs to do this, mommy needs to do shopping today, otherwise there will not be food in your belly. So I cannot give you money for that game that you need, or for that new pair of shoes that you want to buy. So when your husband or your partner says no with good reasons, please try and understand. Don't throw in tantrum. Don't keep malice with him. Don't deny him of sex because he has said no. You need to be understanding. A good wife or a good partner, a good girlfriend understands, you know, what is involved. You need to be understanding, because at the end of the day, you're all working towards a common goal, which is building your life. And if you need to put money away for a reason, maybe for a project, men like projects. Maybe there's a project that, you know, he's saving towards. Don't expect him to squander that money on you because you want to buy the next Chanel bag. Be reasonable and understand when he says no, for a reason. Because trust me, you might enjoy that Chanel bag, but that project is going to be for a lifetime, and you soon get tired of that bag anyway. So it's very, very important that you understand when they say no as a woman. So it's not all the time. they say no, you start saying, hey, every time I ask you, you don't give me, hey, and you start comparing and say, look at my friend Jennifer, the husband always gives her everything, but you, whenever I ask you, you always say no, you are too stingy, you are very stingy. No, it's not necessary. You know, a good woman builds her own home. So ladies, if you're out there and you ask, he says no with good reasons, please try and understand. So that's my 5 tips for getting to your husband's or your man's wallet. I hope you've enjoyed it and it works for you. Let me know if you have tips that works for you that I can learn from as well. And I'll catch you in my next one. Thanks for watching. I love you. Bye bye. Bye.